to be answering your questions here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. There are new rumors, more news coming out more than ever at this point in the offseason for the Patriots. Coaches are leaving. Coaches are getting hired. Free agents are starting to ramp up as there's one more game left in the 2025-2024 NFL season. So let's go on ahead and hop into today's show. If you guys haven't already, I love talking about Patriots football with you guys off and on YouTube. If you haven't followed me on X, go on ahead and do so at Allie Barefoot. And once I figure out how to get the TikTok app back on my phone, I will be back and active on Boston Barefoot. I can still access it on my desktop, but I like to scroll, so we're working on that. But go on ahead, follow me on social media platforms. That way we can talk ball all the time. Question number 1 coming in from Chris Kiley. Will Pat sign another quarterback, or are we good with Joe Milton in that role? The number one thing that I loved, and I didn't love many things about that Patriots win against the Buffalo Bills in Week 18 because I wanted pick number 1, was Joe Milton. I absolutely love Joe Milton. I thought that he complemented Drake Maye's style of play very well to proceed as a backup. There's one thing I don't think we will do, and that is re-sign Jacoby Brissett. He was brought into New England to do one thing: lead, mentor, develop Drake Maye. And I honestly think he played longer than he should have in the regular season. So I do think that Joe Milton, also who was mentored and developed by Jacoby Brissett, is the perfect backup option for Drake Maye. However, there have been some recent rumors that possibly they want to bring in another veteran to help out Drake Maye, like a Joe Flacco. And because Joe Milton not only impressed myself, but impressed the NFL and what he could do in Week 18, there have been some teams that could possibly be interested in trading for Joe Milton because there are some quarterback-needy teams out there. I would hate to be them. Long live Drake Maye. But I do like Joe Milton as our backup. Anthony Hernandez coming in here. Should we focus on drafting Abdul and then trading back into the first for a wide receiver? Not so T or any big-name wide receivers are considering us this offseason. I do agree with the second half of this question. I do think that we are playing a very, very dangerous game in NFL free agency the same way we did last year, but there are a little bit more pros to coming to New England this year. But you just heard DK Metcalf, who's not a free agent, but there have been some trade rumors speculating around DK Metcalf, and he literally said, quote for quote, New England is not a desirable place to be. I don't know if other wide receivers feel that way, but I don't think T. Higgins is going to come to us this year, unfortunately. But there are two options here with the NFL draft about possibly getting a top wide receiver. You either trade down for more picks to bulk up your wide receivers in the draft. You could go for a smaller name in the free agent market if T. Higgins is not signed. But if you get Abdul Carter with pick number 4, I think that pick number 2 in the NFL draft for the Patriots needs to be an offensive tackle or a offensive lineman. So that means you probably wouldn't get a wide receiver until round 3 for the Patriots. So it may end up being a trade scenario, whether it's going to be in the draft or after, that the Patriots find their top target later this season. Another question from Nolan Herron. How do you expect the Patriots to approach this season's free agency? Swinging for the fences. I want Elliott Wolf to hand over this checkbook wide open. That's what I want. You have $130 million in free agency. You have the largest cap space, and you didn't do squiddly squat last offseason. You better be making offers to every big name out there. Let them decide. But you better have an offer on the table. I do not want to see a report that says the Patriots haven't contacted this player. No. You go for anybody and everybody. Trey Smith, Cam Robinson, T. Higgins, Chris Godwin. I don't care. Make it happen. Get that checkbook out and write some zeros. And that leads me to my first question here. Predict the first Patriots signing in free agency. Who do you think will be the first name that Patriots fans get a notification on their phone saying, damn, we just got that guy? Comment that guy down below. Hey, this is on the internet forever. If you guys are right, I'll give you a shout out when we make that signing. Let me go ahead and tell you guys about our sponsor on today's show. That is GameTime. If you guys are looking to get tickets to any sporting event, concert, comedy show, or the theater, then GameTime is the app for you. I use GameTime for every event that I am going to because I know 3 things for certain. I'm going to get the lowest price guaranteed. All right? I spend my Saturdays couponing now. So you know I love saving $1. I also know that I'm going to get all-in pricing at checkout. The total that you see at checkout is a total you will pay. No surprise fees hidden, necessary. Number 3, you get to see your seat in the app before you buy. A nice little 180 panoramic view. Make sure that you guys know exactly where your view is going to be, where your seat is going to be, and you are pleased with your purchase. You guys can go check out the Boston Celtics, Boston Red Sox, Boston Bruins, New England Patriots right now. Go on ahead and download the GameTime app. Use promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms apply. Again, download the GameTime app. Use promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the GameTime app today. What time is it? It is game time. Carlos coming in with question number 4. Do you think the Patriots become a playoff contending team with this coaching staff? Yes. Will it be this season? I don't think so. There was one comment that stuck with me from Vrabel's press conference, and that he is going to bring success to New England. But it may not be this year. It may not be next year. It may be the third year under Mike Vrabel. I think that this is a process. Yes, I would love to have a winning season. I think that we have the opportunities to make this roster a winning, capable team. But I do understand that if there is anything that last year showed us, is that the growing pains are far from done. I think this year will be another growing pain season, hopefully not as ugly as the last one, but I do think there will be success with this coaching staff moving forward. Max coming in here. Do you think Drake Maye will be fine under McDaniel and not turn out like Mac Jones? Like the Pro Bowler Mac Jones that Josh McDaniels did develop? That one? Yes, I do think that Drake Maye will thrive under Josh McDaniels, but it is a good question because you don't want another repeat of Mac Jones, but I think it's unfortunate that that is the comparison that New England now has, and it wasn't just like you went from a Tom Brady to a Drake Maye, because obviously that would have been a better transition. You went from a Tom Brady to a Mac Jones to a Drake Maye. So I think that Josh McDaniels, and keep in mind, for 11 seasons when he was the offensive coordinator, he was also the quarterback's coach for Tom Brady. McDaniels knows what to do with a strong arm, with a mobile presence, with a quick football IQ type of guy. I think that is different from Mac Jones. I do hope him success, but I do think Drake Maye and Josh McDaniels are going to be best friends moving forward. Coming in from Dizzy Trooper. Do you think the Patriots will let Hunter play both ways? I'm going to go with no. I don't think that really any team should, to be honest. I do think there are certain plays, which we have seen that, for numerous teams in the NFL, when they had these design plays that bring in a cornerback and play him at wide receiver, or you see the punter like Tressway, taking out his arm and throwing a pass. So there should be certain plays that you could see Travis Hunter and some personnel on the offense, but I don't think it should be both ways. I think that's way too much, and this is not college. This is the NFL, guys. The talent is uncomparable to the NCAA. So I think that he has a bigger chance of getting hurt, and you don't want that, especially if he ends up being your first pick in the NFL draft. We saw that with Cole Strange. So I do not think you should play both ways. Do I think he has the capabilities? Obviously. He won the Heisman. Nolan coming with another question. Who's your number one free agent target? T. Higgins. T. Higgins. Do I think we land T. Higgins? I don't know. I think they're going to offer him a fatty paycheck. But I could see T. Higgins wanting to go to a system that is familiar with Cincinnati. I could see T. Higgins wanting to go to a win-now system. I could see T. Higgins re-signing with the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know. But I am going to go with T. Higgins. I know all of you guys will as well. Devin Ramirez, who actually recently just tweeted at me, giving me a lot of love. I appreciate that, Devin. Thank you for listening and watching and supporting this channel. It means the world to me. His question is, what would someone like DK Metcalf or Cooper Kupp cost us? You're looking at upwards of a $20 million player pretty much, because they are still on a contract, so you do kind of have to pay the rest of their remaining salary. And also with the Seahawks, they do have the highest paid wide receivers in the NFL. So It would be a costly move for sure. Depends on what you would give back to get somebody like DK Metcalf. I think with Cooper Kupp, you're given a fourth. I think you would give a 2025 fourth round pick because you're going to try to get all of the last juice out of Matthew Stafford from the Rams. And then with DK Metcalf, I think you're giving up maybe a second and a third. Maybe a third this season and a second next season. But it would be a costly move. It really would. And I would personally rather try for an A.J. Brown before a DK Metcalf or a Cooper Kupp. Callie Lama coming in with the last question of the video. Speaking of offensive line, do you think having Doug Marrone on board as offensive line coach will help set things straight? I do. I think this would be a really good addition to the New England Patriots staff. I know right now they are actively hiring coaches for this personnel, but they're also losing a lot of coaches. Obviously, Brian Belichick and Steve Pellegrino, Mike Pellegrino recently just left. So I think that adding of a familiar name would be a really good step moving forward for the Patriots. And if there's anything the Patriots need help with, good Lord, it's the offensive line. So yes, I do think getting a veteran presence in here would be a good move. Final question. Want the Patriots to make the 2025 NFL playoffs? I know you guys do. I know you want to get back to playoff football in Foxborough. Go on ahead, hit that thumbs up button for me. Go on ahead and like this video. It does support us and help this channel so much. You know what else does? Hitting that sub button. Go on ahead, hit that sub button for me if you guys haven't already. And as always, go Patriots.